At some point, I gotta get an intro set up for us. I think that'd be pretty nice. Might have to go custom and find a musician. Because the one I'm using for the other side of things is fine, but I don't think it would fit with this. Anyways, welcome, guys. How are you today? How have your ears been?
I've been doing all right.
I am so tired.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's happening, buddy? You gotta get some more sleep. Don't take melatonin, though. That's not good for you.
I go to bed at 5 a.m. and I wake up at like 12:30/1.
Woo! I can't do that anymore. Maybe I'm just old, but I gotta like maximum. I'll go to bed at like 2 in the morning, but I try to go to bed at like 11 or 12 now.
No, that's just me being stupid. Honestly, I stay up with friends playing Civ last night.
Oh, Civ? That's what did it, man. Civ takes forever. It's a fun game, but man, it takes so long.
I'm at war with. I was at war with a city-state that was suzerain with Mongolia, and now I'm trying to fight Mongolia off because they're a bunch of fucks.
Yeah, and depending on which one were you playing, Civ 5? 6?
6.
Okay. I think I was playing 6. I've literally never played one until very recently, actually. I think I was playing Civ 6. It's pretty fun. I'm a big fan.
But, I like it when I'm playing with friends, but...
Yeah, playing by yourself is a bit different. I was playing with my fiance and the guy that got me it. He bought it for me, and I was like, oh, sick, thanks, man. And it's pretty fun with friends. I don't know, by myself, sometimes I feel like I get in and I play for an hour, and then I get off, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm not going to touch this for like another 2 weeks. And by then, I've forgotten about it. Now I got to start a new file. But I have a lot of games to play, so it might just be me. Too many. And a lot of music. So we got some interesting stuff this week. Happy belated St. Patrick's Day, I guess, for our...
It is belated at this point, yeah?
Yeah. But we at least have 2 albums with that. We can start with those, if you want.
Start with the Irish.
Yeah. You gave us, Mr. Dom, Mr. Cole McGuinness?
R. McGuinness.
Yeah.
This was honestly just more sea shanty than anything, and I just fucking love it. It's peak.
It was very sea shanty.
Well, sea shanties are peak, so it seems appropriate.
True, Sen. However, I think Ghost has a different opinion about him, if I remember correctly.
That's true. I don't like him at all. Not a fan.
Well,
I expected a bit more Irish out of it. Now, however, I'll tell you this as an aside. It was this and the other Irish album that I think gave a vibe that I would have expected more out of a different album that we're going to talk about, which is funny. I also, unfortunately, listened to them both at the same time, so I think I did myself not a good favor. Not like at the same one after the other. Like I listened to everything else, and I was like, all right, now let's listen to the Irish stuff, and it like started droning pretty hard for me after the first couple songs. And I think also, so like my fiance was telling me, as she has Irish descent in herself, so she's like more familiar with these things, is that like it felt pretty samey to me in the music, and I think it's because literally there is a lot of sameness because like I don't know, there are people that live on like a small island, so it's not like there's this massive cultural like influence of a bunch of different songs, you know what I mean? There's like there's more particular songs that become popular and then get sung throughout these times. So I think there's also like something in that I missed personally, you know, because I was like, oh, just like the same stuff. But like, well, I kind of get it from that side. That these are well-loved songs, you know what I mean? And there's like folk tales and stuff in here, especially in the other album. In the sea shanty one, what is a bully? Because like I know. I know they don't mean like bullying people, but
I believe it's a part of a ship.
Okay, yeah, because I'm just like, they keep saying this word. And I'm not.
If I am
from
correct, it
100
is
years ago, unfortunately, and I don't get on
here.
ships.
I will just look up the Bully of
It's currently an unfinished visual album by American rapper Ye.
Good to know, I suppose.
Thanks, Google. Bully on a ship. We should be more specific with it.
Actually, it might just refer to
Good or hard?
here a blustering, browbeating person. One who is habitually cruel, insulting. It might actually just be bully.
It might
Like
be. I click on 3 different things and read through them, and I see 3 or 4 or 5 different answers of what it could be. A boat, it could be like an expression, it could literally be like a person, a type of person, like it could be a part of the boat maybe, because I saw something about skiffs. Like, I don't know, man.
It's used in quite a few ways historically, bully to mean good or exceptional, as well as apparently sailors pressed into service and also drunk.
I think that's
That's
another
what
part of it
someone-
too. Is you probably got to be pretty drunk to sit down and enjoy a lot of this as well, because it's very like rowdy.
Oh, what did bully mean in the 1800s? Terrific, superb, totally fab.
Totally fab. Okay. Anyways, so
That
I learned from my buddy, my other friend, that's very familiar with Mr. McInnes here, that contrary to what I thought was a group of people, it's all just him doing the highs and the real gravelly lows. Those are pretty impressive, honestly.
he has a huge range.
Yes, I think it was one of the last songs that I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. Was it his cover? I think it was the cover that he did at the end there. Where's this album you sent? Let me actually click it. This one. No, not that. This. It's just not gonna. There we go. Okay.
Kind friends
No, maybe it was a different one that I was thinking of, but I think it was one of these songs I really like because he like hit some notes that were pretty high. I was thinking of the other album that had a cover on it, but yeah, he's got a really wide range. Once I realized those were all him, because like when he's in the background doing that like real low gravelly thing, I was like that hits pretty well, because I'm actually a big fan of like barbershop quartets. You know, so I really actually did dig like what was going on if it weren't sea shanties. You know what I mean? So like overall, I don't give this like an overall like I didn't like this album, but it's like I just didn't like the shanty part of it, which is fine. Anyways, the other one was really Irish. That was Memory Lane by the High Kings.
Somehow even more Irish.
That was like real Irish though, where the other one was like sea shanties. This was like Irish. Like she was not playing around when she sent this or suggested this for us. I kind of didn't really like it personally. Like it sounded nice. I think it would have been great, and if I like had it in the background setting of like some kind of low fantasy game, you know what I mean? Or if it was like at like a Renaissance fair, I think this would go pretty hard. But just as like a sit down and listen to, I didn't particularly enjoy myself because I was also like, I was playing RuneScape, so it kind of fit, maybe a little bit. But the second song is about dating a 16-year-old. I was like, okay, that's
It's
interesting.
like, what now?
Yeah, and I get like, you know, cultural differences, whatever. But like, man, she's 16, bro. Maybe wait a little bit. Because like I heard the lyrics, And I was like, wait, hang on. And I like went and backed up and like had to actually read them. I'm like, yep. He asked her how old she was. She said, I'm about to be 17. And you're like, sick, I'm gonna be there. And then I go there, and then her mom's like, yo, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Hey, it's just a little,
I'm just like,
it's a little fucked up.
a little bit.
Well, with the exception of that, I quite liked the album.
Good.
Thank you, son. At least you appreciate my sea shanties.
No, not your sea shanties. I thought that was fine. I'm talking about
The fucking the other Irish
yeah,
guy.
the High Kings.
I'm sorry.
Where were you? You just walked away?
I was bombarded by my parents talking to me.
That's fair.
Over every single thing you guys were saying.
Well, okay, so to back it up, I like it if it was a barbershop quartets thing. I didn't like that it was sea shanties. There you go.
I'm listening to this album right now. It's fucking lovely.
This one? The High Kings?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Good.
It's sea shanties. Of course I like it.
This one isn't. Some of them are sea shanties. I guess this one... No, this
I
one's
can hear
like
that
less.
too.
There's a few in here, but... This one's a lot less. This one's more like...
It has the beat of a sea shanty, so I'm just kind of vibing.
Look, it's just Irish music. That's what it is.
You know what? Irish music is just sea shanty music now.
Because a lot of it also reminds
me
of...
drink, and then you drink some more.
When I went to a long time ago, I went to my buddy's house, Vegas. I can say his name because nobody knows his real name. Still to this day, no one can figure it out. I haven't seen him in a while anyways. I went over to his house for St. Patrick's Day. And when I came in, there was like really loud Irish music playing through the whole house. And then I like went down to the basement to wait for him because he had a really nice like furbished out basement. And like the door swung open at the top of the steps, and he's just like up there singing some really drunk Gaelic Irish stuff. And then like the song pauses, and he comes like rushing down the steps and slams his hands into the wall and like pauses again and then starts continuing to sing the song. And I'm like, dude, this guy is fucking insane. Like it was very crazy. But yeah, he spent the whole night just being very drunk, singing all the Irish music. It was pretty fun. I could probably really get down for some Irish music if you got me pretty drunk. I can see the appeal there. There's a song. I used to go to a bar not far from me for an open mic night, and this one guy would come in, and he would always sing that fucking song. I don't remember it, but it's the Walk 500 Miles song. Man, dude, that little tiny bar fucking like thundered every week that song was played. Cause he'd do his other songs too. He just came like every week doing his shit. And yeah, when he did that song though, like everybody was singing it. That was a good time.
Every week.
I do like the idea of like getting fucked up with a bunch of cool familiar people in a bar. You know what I mean? I don't live in an area really that has bars like that. You know what I mean? Because my town's like I think a bit too big for that type of bar. But that like sort of like community feeling in the bar, I definitely understand and vibe with. The smaller and shittier looking the bar is, the better it is, actually. I've been to some pretty nice bars and I'm like, man, this sucks. I don't even drink that much. I drink a little bit. I used to drink a lot more than I do now, though, which is almost non-existent.
Drinking.
I think it's mostly because I only drink liquor. I don't like beer. So I can't, like, sit down at a bar and enjoy a couple of beers with people because they're just so fucking gross. And, like, I kind of like drinking if I'm going to be drunk. So I don't really, like to sit there and, like, slowly sip my way through some shit. I'm trying to throw the shit back and get this on. You know, like... Different mentality, though. Fortunately, that's all the Irish we have.
Damn.
Sen, you did not vet for this album, did you?
I have no idea what I sent. I just sent in 2 albums completely blind.
I got like 30 seconds in, maybe. I was like, hang on. What is this? Oh yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we can go to the other thing that was actually sent by you, which was Hime. Did not expect a Hime song.
Well, it's a cover.
Yeah, still.
If you
Are you
want
talking about the YouTube link that I definitely?
Man, missed out.
Oh, it was last minute. Okay, I see the issue.
Yeah.
Did you listen to what he sent? Did you listen to Purgatory?
No,
Did
I
you?
was doing last minute listening last night,
Oh goodness.
and I was ending off on the High Kings because I saw you guys say, "Oh, this Purgatory one is a real album." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, yeah. So it's I don't know, man. I can only
I can listen
assume.
to this.
I can only assume that it is all schizo rambling. Like
I
the
think
first one
so.
was. That was some whack shit. So yeah, Rie, she's got the nicest voice I've heard so far from the Phase Girls. I really like the video. I didn't like the song was okay. It was it was fine, you know what I mean? But I also don't know anything about Limbus Company whatsoever. I've tried to watch Tenma stream it a couple of times, and I feel like I just don't fucking understand what I'm looking at all.
That's fair. That's fair. It's a fucking ride.
Yeah, like I really like. I feel like I'd have to play it myself because just kind of hopping into a stream and seeing her play it without any context, I'm just like, this kind of looks just like crazy to me. I don't know. I assume it's like a gotcha turn-based game, but there's a lot of like complicated shit about it. But the song was nice. And the pinned comment says, Hime, ... I have conceived, ...
What?
Yep. Pinned by her, too. Hilarious.
I've conceived ... I gotta look at this. Hold on.
It's a you'd have to be there kind of joke.
Yeah, I can tell.
Oh my god.
Because I don't watch,
Anyway.
I don't watch like Hime much at all.
I don't know who Hime is.
Phase Girl. She does a lot of their like announcement and phase discussion stuff too, like sort of like outside of her own streaming. Because wasn't she doing something with Dizzy like phase news like weekly or something? No, it's hard for me to keep up with everything.
Weekly. I wouldn't know.
I just watched me some Tenma and Pippa.
I'm a terrible fake fan.
Look, I haven't
I don't
even
know.
bought any coffee.
I watch Pippa's like shorts and like the memes of her because that shit's gold.
She funny.
Like when her and Fillion were doing stuff, and then Fillion just walks away, and she just goes,
Dude.
"So chat, wanna say some slurs?" I'm like, "Oh my god, Pippa!"
She's crazy. What's really good actually is I'm gonna shill for a second. The Pippa Henya Tenma stream, where they play Minecraft Skyblock, is really good. It's very funny.
Pippa's great.
Yeah, shout out to Pippa. So yeah, it's a nice song. That's that.
The melody, like the tone, kind of reminds me of Parish song, the one song that Tricky sings. That's the kind of tone I get.
Who?
Almost.
I think Turkey's another VTuber, right?
Yeah, she's a YouTuber. I know she had controversy a while ago too, over something she said that was both mistaken politically, but could have been meant in that sense. I'll definitely fill you guys in after stream.
I just default to every streamer secretly hates their audience and wants them all to die. It's much simpler.
Kirsha hates us. Ooh.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. If I ever make it big, I fucking
love you guys.
I love everyone. Love you guys.
All
my homies, they get in their fucking Gamer Subs cups for free.
Hell yeah.
I already told my IRL friends I'd do that for them. I told them, hell, I'll even sign yours.
Speaking
Anyway.
of something that may be similar to in a little bit of what you were referencing, we've got a very political album, actually,
I didn't realize it was this political. Actually, that's the funny part.
that you sent in, Mr. Dom.
Yeah.
It's Falling in Reverse,
this fucking
Popular
album.
Monster.
Oh yeah.
You want to kick us off?
I've seen Ronnie Radkid perform live once before, 2 years ago. It was amazing. We chanted "Fuck Wisconsin" because he left mid-show, and they did not like. The crowd was just dead there, and he just left mid-show. And so
That's
when
crazy.
he came over to here, we chanted "Fuck Wisconsin." There is a clip up. He posted on Twitter about it. I can definitely find that clip again. It's definitely up on YouTube. But I just love this album. I think Ronnie is a great musician. I fucking love the songs. The Last Resort, Imagine, fucking masterpiece. Love it. Zombified, fantastic.
Yeah,
Popular
Zombified was on
Monster,
the radio
great.
for a while.
I've heard some of these songs live too. Like, they're amazing.
Yeah, I
I don't see
liked
anything wrong with them.
the
Well,
Last Resort reimagined. That was good.
I think that's just my favorite one. It takes a whole different turn from Papa Roach's approach, and it's just beautiful.
It also
Honestly.
sounds a lot different from the rest of the album too. So they just
Yeah.
throw in this like total fucking curveball right at the end there, which I quite like. I really liked Ronald. Voices in My Head was a banger. And of course, Zombified is very good and very poignant and culturally relevant as well, as a lot of this album was. Especially because like he's a pretty frustrated guy because he's like gone through a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's been incarcerated.
Yeah, for bringing brass knuckles to a fight where somebody got shot.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's wild.
He's also thrown a chair at someone before.
Yeah, he's pretty aggressive.
Well, he used to be more aggressive. He chilled out.
I think so. I'm pretty familiar with like early Falling in Reverse and Escape the Fate, which is what he was in before he got kicked out for bringing brass knuckles and being in that altercation. I really like him singing, but I don't quite like him rapping very much. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I think I'm pretty particular when it comes to the type of rap that I enjoy. Like, he's not a bad rapper. I just, like, didn't care for it. Though, props to him on Ronald for having fucking Tech Nine in. Because Tech Nine is a rapper who I do really like. I'm a big fan of Tech Nine. Always have been. So that was a surprise to see him on there as well. He's pretty popular in, like, Juggalo circles. Which is where I'm familiar with him from.
Pillows.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Yeah, he's performed at their festival like multiple times and shit. He's done songs, I believe, with ICP.
There you guys go.
He's like interacted with a lot of them. There's a lot of crossover. I mean, his song, what is it called? Am I a Psycho? Was done with two other juggalos, I think.
That's wild.
And his one song that I really like. Has him in his Juggalo face paint. It was like half of the album cover.
What the?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, learn a little something. Yeah, Tech Nine's cool. I like him.
Tech Nine's
But yeah, overall,
interesting.
I think this album was pretty decent. I liked it.
Also, I did put the YouTube video of all of us in the crowd chanting.
Yeah, let me
If you look closely, you can see Dom right there.
No, you can't. I can pinpoint the area I'm in, but it's all just not even feasible.
let's see. Display.
So
That's crazy.
in the right section, on that right side, where I'd be facing the stage. Well, I would be on the right side from the stage, but if you're facing the stage, I'd be on the left side. That's where I was in that whole ordeal.
That's pretty wild.
Good luck finding me.
Yeah, but yeah, overall, pretty good. What'd you think, Sen?
Fuck Wisconsin.
I agree. I agree with a lot of the messages of this album, like Zombified. I thought the cover of what was the song called? Last Resort was very nice. That was very good. Best song on the album, honestly. I fucking hated this shit. I hate the sound of his voice.
That's fair.
Like I'm sorry, but like he just has such a whiny voice.
Dude, you don't know how many emo girls fell for that voice. Like,
I'm sure plenty.
Growing up as a teenager, listening to, dude, Escape the Fate was like, it hit right where it needed to, because that's where he did a lot of singing. His singing is very unique too. He kind of has a unique voice, so I can see where you wouldn't like it.
Unique, that's one word for it. All My Life was actually just bad. Like, he tries to be like a country singer and just
that was weird. Oh, dude, okay, yeah. So it also has Jelly Roll.
You need to stop.
And I think Jelly Roll is a country musician. I'm unfamiliar with him.
Country rapper or something like that?
It was weird. I did not like that song either. I kind of liked that they were going for all these odd sounds. There was like metal in there, and there was like this like weird country rap thing going, and then like some guitar chill stuff. But it was very strange. It was a very strange song for this album.
This really brought out my inner boomer. I just wanted to grab the singer, slap him in the face, and tell him, "Go get a real job, Sonny." Like it.
Oh God, he aged 50 years. Get him.
I just didn't like this man. There's just something about his voice that like triggers something in me. I don't know what.
No, I get that. There are definitely voices that do that to you. Let's see. You know what, Sen? Let's do your album.
The album that actually has music on it.
Yeah. On YouTube, that was I Was There. Music for Wizards, Part 1.
Yeah, so this is Dungeon Synth, which is a genre of music exclusively designed to be played while you do D&D. That's basically what it is. It is music for dungeon crawling and stuff.
Dungeony.
Okay. I liked it. I did not expect a synth album. I tell you what, that is the last thing I expected. But I really liked it, honestly. This was very good. The last song I feel was a bit short. The going into the dungeon song. Yeah, Into the Dungeon. I was like, ooh, and then it kind of cut short. I was like, oh, that could have been a little bit longer. Considering there's like a 16-minute song on here, or not 16-minute, but I mean, some of these songs were pretty fucking long. 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes ish. But yeah, overall, I was vibing with this. Definitely probably gonna check out the rest of it. Also, I was playing RuneScape while I was listening to it. And
that's how you do it, baby.
I think it fit pretty well for that too, because RuneScape's like a magic game, but there is like technology and stuff inside of it, so it does step out of being like strictly fantasy.
RuneScape's cool. I haven't touched RuneScape since I was like a kid.
I love it, bro. I'm literally gonna play it after this when we're done. Maybe I'll see what's happening with Magic. I don't know, but I've been hooked on it for a while. I play old school RuneScape. New RuneScape, I think, kind of changed a lot. It's a bit more like a modern MMO than I care for. But yeah, old school's great. You can play it on your phone too, which is nice. Shout out to RuneScape. Good shit.
We love you, RuneScape.
I've never once touched it.
It's a really chill grind that gets really autistic.
Oh, okay, that's lovely.
It's so much fun. I love it. What'd you think?
Very dungeony, very D&D.
Yeah.
Yep, that's about it. I mean, like, there's nothing else to it. I would listen to it while, making a dungeon. I'd listen to it while playing D&D. It's just D&D
Yeah,
to me.
I think I might suggest it to my friend where I play Magic Weekly. One of our guys is a DM for Dungeons and Dragons, and he's been world building like a Darkest Dungeon style like D&D campaign. So I might throw this his way to be like, hey, I don't know if this like fits the vibe you're going for if you like to play music while you do your campaigns, but check this out. I will not be joining that because I don't like D&D.
What?
Yeah,
You have the
that's a whole
tism.
thing.
The tism, and you won't D&D?
Yeah, that's me.
I don't really play a lot of TTRPGs either. Although over time, I have to come to the conclusion I just don't like 5e as a system. Like, even in a good game like Baldur's Gate 3, I kind of just don't vibe with it.
I can't do BG3 alone, but I'll do it with friends.
Yeah, I think I'm too impatient because it's a little too slow paced for me. And I don't like performing, so I really can't like get into character and do stuff like that. I'm pretty bad at that type of stuff. So I just like don't vibe with it very much. But yeah, it's fine. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. We wouldn't be anywhere in fantasy without D&D, so you know what I mean? Like it's not like I hate on it or anything. I'm just like, meh, I don't play it.
D&D and Lord of the Rings.
I guess keeping with this magicalness in games and things, we can do my album that was also on YouTube, which was Sheogorath by Young Scrolls. The album is called
hell
Zoom.
yeah.
So I honestly can't even tell you how I found this. I don't really remember. I think I just found the song Zoom and was like, yo, what in the world am I listening to?
It was
give a bit of
revealed to
back.
you in a dream.
Young Scrolls is a guy that uses sentence mixing to take the whole voice repertoire of characters in Elder Scrolls and then make them rap. And it's some of the most impressive shit I've ever listened to, especially coming from a guy that really likes YouTube poops. So sentence mixing I'm already very familiar with. And this shit was crazy. And he has some other albums that are really good too, but I felt like this was probably his strongest one overall. And it's Sheogorath. I think it fit really well with like how whack Sheogorath is and all of these songs. Like the first song just comes in like Shia walks into the room, everybody like, damn, he's thick. I mean, what'd you expect from the Daedric god? Like, it's just crazy right from the rip. And he also does pretty good in making like trap music and like good rap beats. Like they're pretty fitting, and he uses, I feel like, synthiness and instruments that sort of fit a vibe that makes me still believe this is like an Elder Scrolls rap album. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel out of place if I were to try and take myself into the position of thinking that Sheogorath just made a rap album. You know, like it's crazy. This is a whack fucking album. Man's like hating on Khajiits through it, telling you to like drink water and shit. Runs in circles is whack because if you actually watch the lyrics, and sometimes you have to like, because sometimes in sentence mixing can get a little wonky. So there's a little things you're like, what the fuck did he just say? And it's sort of because of how you have to make it work. Sometimes he raps things that almost sound like out of place or off of the beat because he's had to like make it work that way. But then there's stuff like runs in circles, and she just goes me 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 like the whole fucking time. But if you read what she's talking about, she's dropping like deep esoteric fucking Lord of the Screen or Elder Scrolls lore, like crazy shit. And there's a lot of that in this, where like if you're really paying attention to the lyrics, this guy really likes Elder Scrolls, like really really likes it and knows it very well. And so like he layers in these like really clever bars and like references to things. There's one album where He says you can call me Hieronymus Flex, and it's like, it's so peak. It's so good. Like this guy's amazing. I really like Young Scrolls, and he's done a lot of different stuff. He's also done like some non-rap albums as well. I think he's pretty known for doing a Dagoth Ur song, where he's like, "How can you kill a god?" And like, there's like EDM music going in the background and shit.
He did that song?
Yeah.
That song's great.
Yeah, so it's that guy.
Well, I found a new rabbit hole to go down.
It's great, dude. This stuff is fantastic.
Sentence mixing is a lost art, man. It's all like AI-generated voices. Nah.
Yeah,
Give
and
me the
Young
weird
Scrolls,
jank, like syllables that don't go together. Hell yeah.
I believe in his, because of the effort he's put forth to make these albums, I would believe him when at some point he posted and said that he does not and will not use AI for his stuff. Because, like, that defeats the purpose of what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because what he does is very impressive from, like, an editing skill standpoint, like, understanding. Like, to even to take something like, at some point he said, "ack a fool." In, I think not this album, but another one, and what my idea is, assumably, he took the word fool and then the word akavir and then chopped them up to say ack a fool. And I'm like, it's great. Like, it's amazing stuff. He, in one of them, he actually has, fucking Cicero saying eshkeret, and it's really good, too. It sounds totally natural. It's crazy. But yeah, that's my Spurg. I like Elder Scrolls. I like this album. It's very good. Would you? Yeah, somebody take it from here, please.
A, I didn't like it. B, it's rap, but it was like the fantasy rap, and it was just so mid to me.
Rest in peace. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Though. You don't like rap, so
Yeah.
I can get that.
I don't like most rap. Hell, I would
woke up
probably
the next
toss a
day and-
Tom McDonald album in here and go, yeah, this shit is banging. But I guarantee we probably shouldn't do that. Why? He has some opinions a lot of people don't like.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Sen, Mr. Elder Scrolls Appreciator. I did specifically put this in here kind of for you more than anything. Because I was like, I gotta show this to somebody because I don't have too many Elder Scrolls fans that I can, like, throw this at. Like, personally.
Yeah? Well, your friends need to step up their game. This is great. I love how fucking jank the voice is.
It is.
Like, having to, like Frankenstein together sentences from like... I'm looking at the YouTube comments right now, and it's not there. But I swear I saw a comment where, like, someone said they showed this to, like, the guy who did the voice acting for
Yeah.
Shia Gorath.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find the comment now, but I swear I saw that, and I just thought that was really cool.
That's been mentioned a
Just, like,
couple of times.
This kind of thing is just always, like, really cool and interesting.
Yeah, like, imagine...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Imagine
yeah,
being
the
the
voice.
guy that voiced him, and then being shown that somebody took your voice and made it into a rap album. Like, that's got to be, like, a strange thing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you could say, like, from a technical level, sure, the Frankensteined together words don't sound good, but, like, it's the craft, man. The art.
I don't know.
The journey.
I've listened to it long enough now. I've listened to, like, all of his stuff a lot. That, like, I guess I hear it better, and also I know what he's saying more, and so I'm kind of like, so my brain
you're
sort of
used to
fills
it.
it in a
You've
little bit as well. Because, like, man, one of them that he does is Mike the Liar does a song somewhere. It's like his own single. And that shit, I had to watch the lyrics. Because, like, Mike's got a kind of weird voice. Same with the Saint Jib album. Bro, Saint Jib, he's like, he's got a very gravelly voice, you know what I mean? And so you kind of got to watch it to see what he was trying to like, craft the lyrics into being. So there definitely can be a bit of a lost translation if you're not, like, watching that. You're just hearing this, like, really jank voice. But overall, it's still pretty good. and he's only gotten like better at it as he's released new albums. And some of them I'm not even that big of a fan of. Like he did a Bard College one that I was like, it's okay. He dropped one for Halloween. That was pretty good. I liked that one a lot. That one was a lot like it was still kind of rappy, but there was a lot more like guitar stuff going on in there and like big drums and shit. Like that one was neat. But yeah, he's done some interesting stuff. I like me some Young Scrolls. Shout out to that guy.
The Young Scrolls.
I guess. Oh, all the way I've left is my other album. Didn't realize I did them in that order.
Yeah.
Wait. You know what? Hang on.
Reanimation and Inside.
Hang on. We can do the other one first. We can do Inside. From a Hoyo user who just put Robin in all caps. I was very quickly able to deduce what the hell they were talking about. Which was Robin from Honkai Star Rail. I play Honkai Star Rail, however. I have only just reached this character in the game, so I'm not too familiar with her. I know she's a singer. This
Voice is
was the corniest, most corporate garbage trash I've ever listened to in my life. I fucking was in deep pain listening to this, more so than the VTuber shit, more so than the rap album, because like I know they were doing the shit because they like it and they want to do it. This was built by like a Chinese gacha game company, and like it's weird because like the Zenless Zone stuff fucking cooks, you know what I mean? Like their animation side and their writing side fucking cooks. Whatever they were doing with this music right here was the most like painful thing. I hated every moment of it. I did not like it. I thought her voice didn't even sound that great, honestly. Like the music was just extremely basic. Bros, I'm telling you, if you just listen to hang on, is it this one? Hang on, it might be this one. Let me find out. Nope, not that one. This one? Maybe it's this one. It's one of these three. Yeah. Hope is the thing with feathers. Alright. Have you listened to that song? And then just imagine any random lady or man talking to you about a random drug that'll make you feel a lot better in life, and contact your doctor about it. Or if you're just sitting in a doctor's office and they've got those doctor's TV channels on, bro, that song, like when I just heard it with just the guitars, I could start hearing like commercials in my head and stuff. Like it's so corporately canned. It's terrible. Like this is corpo music is bad. I'd actually like to maybe find some corpo music for us to review at some point. Maybe I can find a playlist of some somewhere. Yeah, this shit was terrible. Not good. Didn't like it.
Now, if you don't pay attention to the lyrics one fucking bit like I did when I was playing... God, what was I playing? I think I was playing Lies of P, and I was listening to this. I'm like, yep, this is like peak guilty pleasure right here. Playing my weird puppet twink killing other puppets while listening to Hoyoverse. Peak.
Oh
okay.
My god, that's a combination. My goodness.
Yep.
Lies of P.
I called out my one friend so hard. I can't say what I was saying on stream, but I absolutely cooked her ass for like playing this game because I thought the puppet was a girl, and she's like, "Oh no, it's a dude." I'm like, "Oh,
wait! You thought it was? You thought protagonist Kun was a girl?
That's a dude.
Yep. Look at that fucking character.
Have you never seen a Korean dude in the modern era?
I thought that was a Taiwanese person.
Because that
Taiwanese
is a
lady boy.
Not survive Limbus Company.
Or was it the Vietnamese lady boy?
Doesn't Limbus Company have the hot old lady that everyone calls a hag?
Probably.
I think you're thinking of the purple tier, and she's in Library of Runia. I'm sure she'll appear in Limbus Company at some point, though.
Could be. Unsure. But yeah, Terrible fucking album. What'd you think, son? Did you like it?
I liked it. It's the musical equivalent of eating cotton candy, you know? It's not high quality stuff, but
It's kind of sweet.
it's a
Yeah.
nice snack. Yeah. Will this stick with me for a long time?
I'm
No,
sending
I'm
you
not
to the
sure.
stocks tomorrow.
All right.
No, no, Sen, I'll save you. I'll make sure there's a riot. We'll revolt, revolution.
No, I will not
Fuck
have bad
goats,
music
fuck
here.
goats, fuck goats.
All right, post it on my YouTube channel right now. All right, so now we can get to the last album, which was mine. I have grown up with Linkin Park for a very long time. Like when I sort of came into myself, Linkin Park was the first band I started like listening to because I heard, of course, In the End on the radio and was like, oh, that's fucking cool. And this is like half. It's Reanimation, so it's like half of their first album remixed and like redone from themselves, and then a couple of like new songs that had not been released yet. So this is a very strange album because I like I said, I really, really liked Hybrid Theory, listened to it a lot. Then this album came out and I listened to it and I was just or maybe this album had already existed. 2002. See, I was pretty young at the time, so I
wasn't even
found
born.
I had found this one and then started listening to it and was like, whoa, this is kind of fucking crazy. Because then they're like, they don't even just like remix the song, they add in like new lyrics and adjust it. And like In the End remix is actually sort of like a sequel, because then he's sort of talking about it like it was in the past rather than like it's currently in the moment happening, which is really interesting. And then there was new stuff like High Voltage, which I really, really liked. My December is like one of my favorite Linkin Park songs ever, and it's
I'm trying to figure out which
nothing-
songs you're talking about, but it's like impossible to tell with these titles.
because they're all chopped up. Yeah. And that was the other thing that I thought was cool too, is they took their album and then like made all these like weird like text edits to it and stuff, which was just neat. These guys have just like always been ahead of the game because they're also like probably the first people to do a mashup album, where they mashed up a chunk of their songs with Jay-Z, and they like went in the studio with Jay-Z and they all sat down and like remixed them together and even like re-recorded lines and stuff for it. Like it's crazy. Like they made a professional mashup album, which I'd like to look it up, but I really don't think there's very many of those in existence, which is really cool. Linkin Park's just kind of like been ahead of the game for a while, man. Like their use of record scratching in these first two albums, and they like kind of dropped it off after this when they did Meteora, which I was a little bit sad about. They kind of dropped the rap thing a bit hard for a little bit, because I think that's when Mike Shinoda also started doing Fort Minor, because he had that on the side as well.
Yeah.
And he was the rap side of Linkin Park, so it definitely would make sense that maybe if he was doing his own thing, they may have like done less of the rapping in the next one. But Faint was also, or Meteora? Yeah, Meteora was a lot more, I think, like serious of an album, where this was like them like having fun and doing crazy shit with their stuff. Cure for the Itch is crazy, because like Cure for the Itch on the first one was just like this thing they did with like cool fucking like synthes and drum breaks and like record scratching and weird sounds and stuff. And then Cure for the Itch took that and made it like more grand and big, and I was just really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff they did on here. I really like the Crawling remix, Runaway, Paper Cut, like that, and they're all just good because, like, I don't know, me personally, I really, really like Linkin Park for their first couple albums. So for me, this is kind of like a 10 out of 10 album because I like all of it. It's all great. But yeah, I just like the Linkin Park. Did kind of fell off after. I struggled a little bit with their album. I don't remember which one it was. They recorded it in Houdini's house.
just one of the band members' houses?
No, like they went and rented out Harry Houdini's house and recorded in it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like Houdini. I thought maybe there was a band
Houdini.
member named.
Yeah, no.
Like, you mean like him?
Yeah, him.
Like him, the guy.
Yeah, they've always been doing interesting stuff. And rest in peace to Chester Bennington. Love that guy.
I love that man. We all miss him.
He was like a son to me.
Yeah, I haven't
Or a
heard
father.
any
I'm
of the
not
new
sure.
Linkin Park that has a female lead now.
Yeah.
Like it might be
Gross.
fine, but I mean, I feel like Linkin Park has gotten a lot softer over the years, and so, like, it's probably fine to transition to a lady singing. But you're not having her sing fucking "Forgotten" or "Pushing Me Away." You know what I mean? Even "Place for My Head." She's not.
So
hitting
when they
songs like
did
that.
their first return concert, she sang some of the old songs. It was so bad.
Was it?
Yes, it was. I could not. I can't even make it through a full song.
And like I'm sure it's not even a lot of it isn't even probably her. It's like there are some things in life that are you just can't replace. You know what I mean? And
In the end, by Linkin Park, you can't just replace Chester. It's
yeah,
not possible.
Like there's a reason the guy killed himself. He was a sad guy who was distraught, I'm sure, with a lot of shit. And you really feel that through these first couple albums. You really feel like a lot of emotion. A lot of it kind of pretty negative. You know what I mean? Like you get, and he really is like pushing that out with his voice. And when he's fucking screaming and like fucking going into the mic really hard and shit, like and even in stuff like My December, that was such a beautiful song. That one's probably like is the most beautiful song they've ever made. And that also had a female on it, Kelly Alley. No idea who she was. She just kind of like slips in on the second half and does like a chorus with him, and it's just so beautiful. And like you can't, his voice was amazing, and you can't replace that. You know what I mean? Everything else after that is just going to be a cover. You know, like you can't.
Pretty much.
It's kind of like I already dropped off of Rick and Morty on season 3 because it fell to Alan's Law, but like even now, without having Justin Roiland there, and like what's his name, Hartman, he does like the Morty voice all right, and he does the Rick voice all right, but like you can tell sometimes when somebody else is doing their voice that isn't Justin Roiland, and it's just not going to be the same. You know what I mean? You're also writing Rick and Morty without him there as part of the writing process. It just is not the same. You know what I mean? Minecraft.
I get you.
Minecraft has not been the same since Notch left. You know, it has totally changed. So it's just kind of like how things are, especially when something has become so established. So I probably won't be. I'll give some new Linkin Park a shot, but I am unfortunately not hopeful just because of how much I've liked Linkin Park for so long. So what do you guys think about this album?
It was interesting because I never listened to a ton of the older Linkin Park stuff. It's kind of 50-50 for me. I don't have like an insane like loving of this album or hatred of it. There's some songs I'm like, oh, the original song was just a bit better in my opinion, but it's not particularly worse or greater than the original.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the mashup was both good and bad.
I could agree with that. I like all of them, but you know what I mean. Like, I'd say
They didn't
original
need
in
to
the end is still better.
They didn't need to do mashups. Like, it's cool that they did.
Oh, that's a different one. That's different from this. That's a whole different album. This is literally just them remixing their own stuff.
Like, okay, my bad. Not mashing up, but like,
Yeah, they didn't have
did.
to remix their own shit.
No, they didn't. And like,
Probably one of the few bands that have done that. Now that I'm thinking about it.
they probably are, but they didn't need to. In my opinion, it's just like cool. They did. It's not bad, but
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't listen to them over the original. So why bother?
Yeah, I think I would have liked to have seen more of the stuff that we hadn't heard yet. Like My December and I don't think With You was High
Yes.
Voltage. Like, yeah, I want to hear like more of that older new stuff, because they also had a song way back when I was used to download shit off of LimeWire. I found a song they had done called Carousel, which I liked a lot, and it was more of like a chill song. I was like, damn, where's that? We could get like a Linkin Park chill album, but like then chill, because like, I don't know, the one after Minutes to Midnight was too chill. I did not like that one. Minutes to Midnight was the last good album in my opinion. It was very good. That was a really good album. 10?
I liked this. I liked it a lot more than I was expecting. It's like Linkin Park is like either they seem to be kind of one of those either you love them or hate them bands. You know, like they are very 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to not say things that will make goats angry.
What
Again.
do you mean? What do you...
Nonsense.
Like-
We're controversial here.
Yeah, when have I gotten mad?
Fuck Linkin Park! No, this was great. The album titles, the lyrics, or well, no. The song names. That's the word. I speak English well good. Very funny. It's like this 2000s leet speak stuff.
Yeah, it is pretty lead speak.
I liked the cover of Crawling a lot more than I was expecting.
It's good. I think that one, dude. Okay,
Well,
so when I
guess
first
not really
listened to
cover,
that in
it's
my
the same
headphones,
band, but
they were, with that song especially, they really in headphones in particular, I think really advise a big pair of cans on your head, because they really like to mess with in this album moving sound from side to side. They had so much fun with that on this one. And so like the same with the first time I heard My December, mind you, I was a dumb little kid, right? I was really little. I kept thinking the music was behind me with the way it sounded in the headphones. It was very strange. And then with My December, they had with Crawling, they have that the sort of like electronic synthy sound start in one ear, and it almost sounds like it goes behind you and like sort of fades out and then comes in really strong on the left side. And they were really messing with that a lot. I thought that was a lot of fun. When I was a kid, that type of thing blew my mind. It's like, whoa, you can like have one ear do something and the other ear do another thing? Who knew? So yeah, they're also very experimental with this album, which is cool. It's always fun to see somebody like push limits and try new things.
yeah,
Fun.
it was pretty good. I was fully prepared to like view this the same way I viewed the fucking Popular Monster album. It was just like, you know. But like,
That's
no, I did enjoy it.
Cool. Good shit. It looks like it wraps it up for all of our albums.
What's your
does.
opinion on this album?
He said,
But I just gave it.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't listening.
What? How can you be a guest if you're not listening to other people in the guest? I'm firing you guys. You're getting
Did you say something?
I'm getting Statler and Waldorf in here.
No.
Oh, I didn't like that very much. Oh, it was okay. It was fine. Oh, no. Boo! Boo! I love those guys. They're at the end of the one album that I brought in the 1 week from Horse the Band. It's so funny. I love those guys. The Muppets are awesome. I know at least one album I wanted to bring in this week. I was just thinking about it when I was driving back from doing laundry today. I think it might be this one. Let me just click on one. Well, nope, not that one. Maybe it's this one.
Can I get one cookie, pal? One cookie, please.
Yeah, we'll do this one just because it does have a song in particular that I like a lot. Is going to be Jack Stauber. May be familiar with him as he did a song called Buttercup. That was done with this crazy music video of like a Mexican wrestler fighting this big giant pink woman who demolished him in the fight, and he fell in love with her. It's a pretty great video, honestly. And Jack Stauber's weird. I'm just gonna say that he's a bit different, even for like things that I'm suggesting. You guys like Mr. Weeble, right?
I have no clue who Mr. Weeble is.
Mr. Weeble?
Badger, badger,
Oh, God, I think I know who that is.
Badger, 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 mushroom.
He's
badger,
that
badger,
guy!
Badger, badger,
Yeah!
badger. Okay.
That's old ass Aaron.
Oh yeah, we're kicking it old school right now because I'm gonna suggest something else of his. Oh yeah, all right. It's gonna be. So he did a band called Savlonic. It's strange. He also did, if anyone's familiar, he did the my horse is amazing.
Oh. Okay.
This music's like more normal than that, I promise.
All
'Cause
right.
It's like actual songs that he made.
Okay.
They're pretty good. I like them.
Oh, that's a little
I
disappointing.
put in the
I was
album
hoping for shitposts.
Hindsight by Imur,
I am
and
familiar with Amir a little bit.
Godsmack's When Legends Rise.
All right. Yeah, got some fun stuff.
Oh yeah, super fun.
Brewing anything up good over there, Sen?
Mm,
I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna find a song on YouTube to throw into this. Like just a singular song, I think, because there's a lot of stuff I listen to on YouTube that's just like one-off type things. If I look in my history, it's a lot of Minecraft.
Okay, if you're posting Mr. Weeble stuff, I guess I might as well post like internet stuff as well.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that is a long ass album though. Yeah, you wanna fuck it. Actually, no wait, that's definitely on Spotify. I should just click on that.
Ah.
Oh yeah, one more thing about Linkin Park. I like the Zaku. The big robot
Yeah.
cover album. It's very neat.
Man, I really just have watched a lot of garbage on YouTube lately. That's crazy.
Can't believe you would do that. Unbelievable.
All right.
You monster.
All right. Because I enjoyed this. Oh man, which one? What is that one called?
Yeah, show me the fucking discography
All right.
bot. Spotify. God, I hate this user interface. It's terrible.
All right. There's two very strange videos with very interesting music by the same artist. I'm going to give you the choice between the songs Rubber Johnny or Window Licker.
Window licker.
I mean, you gotta go with Window Licker.
All right. I want you to watch the video with it, and there's a very particular reason.
Ooh, really now?
Well, yeah, because I thought I'd pick something that I only have on YouTube, because again, that's what I spent a lot of my time listening to was stuff on YouTube. I've only just started using Spotify within the last like couple years. So I lived and breathed YouTube. Yes, it will be Window Licker by Aphex Twin.
Aphex Twin. I know a guy who listens to a ton of that.
Oh yeah, I would hope so. That man like revolutionized electronic music. Like he was a very, very big influence for like trance and house music. Like real experimental stuff. I really like Aphex Twin. I grew up on him for like a while. He's a strange guy too. He's a real odd dude. He like puts his face on everything, I think because he knows he has a really scary smile. And so his face is on like a lot of his music albums and like his music videos and shit, more than it needs to be. Like, it's interesting. He's an interesting guy. But that's just something I'm just tossing in there because like why not? And diversify a little bit. It's going to become overall music reviews soon. But all right, I think that about wraps it up for this week.
I believe it would.
It's been good talking music with you guys. I enjoy this. Even if you don't like half the music I send and I don't like half the music you send, it's still a great time.
I mean, that's like the whole point of the show.
It's like part of the point. Most of it was to like have fun chatting about music and finding new things to listen to, and we're certainly succeeding in that.
I mean, that is the whole goal at this point.
Yeah. Just want to enjoy.
I just hope I don't run out of music.
You know what? That's the point where we'll end up diving into things we don't know. That'll be the era shift. So once we finally run out, we'll start going into everything else. I'll keep talking. So this is a little bit of an aside for a future thing when I figure it out and refine it a bit more. But I decided to ask Grok for some music. Because I thought it would be funny. And I was quite surprised to see some of the suggestions. In fact, Grok suggested, in a selection of 5 albums, suggested both Aphex Twin and MF Doom. And I'm talking, I'm on the Screen Press account where I don't do anything or talk about anything, and I'm like, damn, Grok's suggesting some bangers. And apparently it takes it from like all over, you know what I mean? It takes data from entries on websites. It takes data from Twitter itself, like looking at tweets and things and related to like tag words and shit like that.
Okay.
So it suggests to me like really odd stuff. And the conversation was strange because he was like, because I said I am hosting a music show with friends and I'm wondering if there are albums that you wouldn't mind suggesting. And this fucking thing, one, I hate the way Grok talks. They really need to change it. Its cadence annoys the hell out of me. But every time it would suggest an album, it would then include like a vague reasoning as to why it might be a good album for the show to review and for the audience to see. So like it went above and beyond what I was asking for, which I think was really interesting. I think when Grok is more closer to a generalized like AGI, I think it might even be funny to like bring on. Maybe one day when AI can actually listen to music, you know, like can actually hear things and see things. I think it'd be super interesting to listen to a robot talk about a music album. Because like right now I could ask Grok, but Grok will literally create a review based on reviews. So like it's not original. All AI does is like repeat shit back to you basically. which
Not
is why
original.
talking with it
Boo.
is very infuriating. Because like I literally said that it repeats itself in conversations. Like I'll ask it something, and then it will answer me, and then literally almost verbatim use the words that I used in the question to help respond to me in the answer. And then I said this to it, and it was like, "Oh, so you mean I'm doing the thing?" And then it said the thing that it was doing to me back exactly as I was saying it. And I'm like, "You're just being fucking cheeky at this point, bro. I swear to God." Like, I was going crazy. And then it was like, all right, I'll try not to do that anymore. And then like sometime later in the conversation, it like said, da-da-da, let me do that without repeating it to you. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I was getting so mad talking to this thing. It's very frustrating. So I'm very, very hopeful, at the very
like you make
least, for
good
when they
comedy,
make
at
that
least.
thing. Yeah. I hope they can make it just a little more natural in conversation and cadence. Because like right now, it just talks like a very weird corporate robot, which is what it is. But once AGI's there and it's like really a thing, I think it's just going to be really sassy, honestly. That's like a lot of sci-fi, in fact, that I encounter. When there's an AI, the AI tends to have like a bit of like a funny attitude. I think it's something we generally like assume it's just gonna be an asshole. Like maybe it's gonna be nice, but it's gonna be an asshole. That's like in Zen, even in like Zenless Zone Zero, the AI that gets
Oh
introduced.
yeah,
Pretty.
Fairy is sassy.
Yeah, dude, Fairy's
Fairy
pretty funny. But yeah. Anyways, that's been our episode.
I need to play
Yippee.
Zenless Zone Zero again.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm gonna go
Finished the newest
play
Nimbus
some.
update, though.
I'm gonna go suffer and play Magic, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I'm probably just going to go nab some friend of mine up and just play games.